So I'm Casey Hilliard. Me and my family have a place here for horses. We moved here about 8 years ago. I race horses now with the Chariot. Have 3 race horses. Used to pull draft horses. I pulled for about 5 years until I got the race horses. That was my hobby. My grandpa taught me how to ride when I was little, so I've been involved with horses my whole life, obviously, and I want to learn as much as I can about horses, and that's the reason why we're here today.
My name is Rezzipet. I'm a physical therapist. I've been doing that for about 22 years, and I happen to have a particular passion about being around horses. It's sort of a hobby. I've done that since I was a young child. But in the past several years, I've developed a technique called Rezzipet therapy. It uses resonance or vibration, very carefully calibrated, for getting into the human nervous system. I've just found recently that it works really well on animals too, and I think that the reason we're here today is to just simply show how some of these techniques can be very effective on humans and animals, and help both of them to be able to perform at their very best. So Casey, as we start working with your horses a little bit, one of the things that we'll want to do is actually work on you a little bit so that they get the sense, the feel of how much it might help you. And if they can feel that it helps you, they'll be open to letting us work on them a little bit.
All right.
And you've got a couple of stars right here, so it'll be wonderful to play with. So for starters, have you got some aches and pains, shoulder issues, back issues, or something that we can work on a little bit?
Yeah, I actually do. My shoulders both are bugging me. I've had this one operated on 6 or 7 years ago, and then this one they're both a little sore at times.
Okay, all right. So for starters, we'll just play with one of these tuners for just a little bit. See, the horses, from wherever we're at here, they will sense any chemical changes that occur in you. They'll sense them.
Okay.
They can feel that, if you will, and they'll be able to tell if it's helpful for your body or if it's hurtful for it. And if it's harmful, they're going to say, I don't want that. And if it seems to be helping, they'll allow us to work on them as well. All right?
All right.
So take that point and let's turn it all the way up on high. Just put it on any point that's extremely sore and just press right into it.
Okay.
Probably right in there, and you've got a couple of them. I'm going to use this tool, which is just a modified jigsaw, to hit a couple of your pressure points as well.
Okay.
You just hold that there. And the horse already senses whether that makes any change in there. Move your shoulder around just a little bit. Tell me how that feels.
Feels good.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Good. We're going to hit that pressure point in there. I want you to do something. This is something we can't ask your horses to do, but just hum softly. Your humming engages a nerve that helps your whole body relax. So. Move your shoulder around a little bit. Tell me how it feels.
Feels good.
Isn't that crazy that it can feel that much better that quick?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
This is another tool that we like to use. It's a buffer, just like a polisher you'd use for a car. And we've got a little extra corral dirt on it. Is that okay? That just goes very deep in there. It helps take away a lot of the aches and pressure points. Tell me how that feels in there.
Feels awesome.
Think we ought to do the other one really quick while we're at it?
If it can feel that good, yeah.
Begin humming. What that humming does is engages your vagus nerve. Your vagus nerve is the most important nerve in the body to get you into healing mode, if you will. And it just happens to feed your vocal cords. So that hum, it just helps synchronize everything in your nervous system. We'll hit a few more pressure points real quick. How's that shoulder feeling?
Feels good.
Good. You think your horses are ready to start experiencing a little bit of that then?
Yeah, hope so.
Well, let's give them a try and let's see. So, for starters, let's just let him feel a little bit of this balancing energy of it. Want to feel it? They can sense it on you, or they can sense it on me. Let's just see if he'll be okay with that. Can I take a look at that shoulder yet? Would like some help with that?
Want me to get on the other side, maybe?
Let's just see if he'll hold for it. Try it?
He's licking his lips.
Yeah, they can sense very, very quickly. It's an energy thing, and they can sense what it'll do for them even before it's doing it. So we were working on your shoulder for a few minutes, right?
Yeah.
We can actually, we're now working on his pectoral muscles and his strong shoulder muscles here. And the way this tuner is set up, you see the 2 points there?
Mm-hmm.
We're working on 2 different muscles, the right side and the left side, and then this balancing point in between. He actually can feel that through his entire body, even though it's on a very, very low level. Can you feel the vibration going through that? It's extremely low.
Yeah, well.
Good. We'll just let that run for about a minute. The interesting thing is very, very quickly he gets the sense for whether this is helpful for him or not. Even though one side will be a little bit more dominant than the other, he's able to feel this as a very balanced effect through his body. Sometimes you can watch their eyes and watch their lips and see them start receiving an endorphin release. Mm-hmm. Even though we're just not doing very much at all, it doesn't seem like it would be having much of an effect. You see him going into a relaxed state.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now if you'll hold on to him a little bit better. We're going to let him experience this again. I just don't want to startle him, and I want him to feel it on you first, okay?
Okay.
So he feels that through you. And his muscles can tell that that's a good feel. Mm-hmm. I always like to do that before starting right on them.
Okay.
Because it can be a little startling. These chest muscles, extremely helpful on those. This seems like it wouldn't feel all that good, but The horse says, "Oh, that felt wonderful." And if you look at, now, remember how reactive that was at first?
Yeah.
We just have no reactivity now. Go ahead and see if you can walk him a little bit more again.
Okay.
And you have a horse that you can feel is starting to feel much better. You can see the licking of the lips, and he's going into a bit of an endorphin rush now. And can you feel the change to some of those muscles?
Yeah.
In essence, you just gave him a great feel-good rush that's going to hang around for quite a while. It takes really about 24 hours for their nervous system to understand all of the little things that we did in such a short time. Just hold it right there, and maybe even touch the base of it. Yeah, put it in connection. There you go, right there. And just hold it right there. I know it seems like a massage should move around a lot, but with this one, it doesn't need to. So right off the bat, a horse is just like a bunch of humans. They're gonna wait around and see if an activity or some new thing is okay before they decide that it's okay for them to try and jump into. It's kind of like a bunch of kids getting ready to jump off the diving board. We want to see that one that is daring jump off first, and then maybe 2 or 3 more, and maybe I'll wait until I see that 17 people have all survived this little jump off the diving board before I'm ready to jump into it. But very quickly you can see that your horse Tex there has jumped into it and said, okay, I'm okay with this. It was a little skittish at first, but he's responding quite well to the vibration running through him. You can see him calming down. You can see it in his eyes. You can see the calmness happening there, and that helps balance out that shoulder that was injured last year. It helps the whole nervous system start getting into healing mode. If you think about it, humans, animals, we're all the same. We don't get into healing mode unless we get into a calm state of our nervous system. And this tuner just helps them find that balance, find that calm state of their nervous system so that they can get into a healing mode, if you will. They can start taking better advantage of the food that they ate. Instead of just energy, it helps them to restore and heal better. Good, try it along the spine now. And just slowly move it all the way down until you get it right over the tailbone. The nerve endings that come clear down into the bottom of the tail go all the way up to the brain. Just like from the tailbone in the human all the way up to the brain and through the spinal cord. So this helps balance out the entire nervous system. It's a non-painful therapy, and yet you can see very quickly it taught them how to get into their relaxed mode, which is where healing takes place. It doesn't take place when they're in their tensed up and fight or flight pattern. And we did make some changes for both of them up in their forelegs, and you can feel that in the muscles. You feel how those muscles went out of their trigger point state where they're all just knotted up. A lot of that you'll see more over the next couple of days because they'll start using those muscles a little differently. Just like we do. When we're all sore and stoved up, we don't move very well. And oftentimes it takes something like this to get us to change that and start behaving a little differently, taking the tension out of there.